Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on this channel. I'm really happy that you guys have joined me for another one. Today we're going to be talking about what I wasted this week as part of a new kind of segment that I'm doing called the Trash Diaries. Now every week I'm going to be doing a Trash Diaries episode and it's going to be something different. So this week I'm talking about what I have wasted, and next week I'm going to be talking about measuring your carbon footprint for a day and understanding actually how many resources we use. So if you want to see that video, give it a thumbs up and I will make sure to put it out. And yeah, let's just get into it and roll the intro. So I wanted to make this video because I think it's really important and actually quite interesting to see what other people who are on this sort of low waste, low impact journey, what they're wasting, why they're wasting it, and how they're trying to combat it. So I'm not just talking about what I'm wasting this week, but I'm also going to be talking about how I actually avoided waste. I am in a privileged position at the moment because I'm working from home, and working from home does make it a lot easier, and I was actually really surprised at how little I wasted this week. But before we get into it, I just want to give a quick thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. I've mentioned them before, and if you don't know who they are, they're a wonderful online community where you can pretty much learn anything. At the moment, I have really been focusing on my After Effects and my Premiere Pro skills because I am trying to be the best videographer that I possibly can and try and make really high quality content for you guys. Premium membership begins from around $10 a month, but for the first 199 people to sign up with the link in the description, you can get 2 months of Skillshare for free. These spots typically go quite quickly, so make sure to get in there. I've been learning about cinematography and about how to build my brand on Instagram so that I can make a much bigger impact in the kind of sustainability lifestyle. So yeah, click that description if you want to learn more, just like I am, about how to make your photography better or anything like that. So let's just get into what I have wasted. Now I'm going to start with the things that I've recycled this week, or I haven't necessarily recycled them, but I bought stuff that I knew I had to reuse or recycle, and I've chosen to give them a new life, and I'm going to show that to you now. So the first things are these two glass jars. This one had black olives in it and this one had sun-dried tomatoes. And I bought this because I was making a pasta dish that lasted at least, I think, 5 meals. So it was worth it to buy it because I made it a huge amount of food, which meant that I wouldn't eat out and I wouldn't make I'd use up the stuff that's in my cupboard. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you won't know that I posted a photo last week talking about tackling cupboard waste, because a lot of our stuff just sits in there, especially if we don't know what to do with it or we bought it just to use it once, which we shouldn't do, but we do because there are some kind of recipes that call for that. So I've been trying to use all the stuff up that's in my cupboard. So I had a lot of things that I needed to use, and I made this pasta dish and I needed these 2 extra things. Now I chose to buy them in glass specifically because one, I can either reuse these myself, and as I would, either as just like a drinking glass or a little vase or something to hold stuff, or I would just use it for bulk food shopping or bulk holding them in my cupboard. Or I'm really lucky that I have a zero waste shop in London called Eddo. If you haven't heard of Eddo, I will put their link down below. They're based in Clapham Junction, and I can take them back there if I need to, but I need to take them fully washed and clean, and then people can go into the shop and they can use these rather than having to buy a new jar if they don't have any. So yeah, these are my only recyclables this week, and instead of recycling them, I'm going to upcycle or reuse them instead, just to try and reduce my recycling as much as possible. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that these were the only things that I've had to recycle this week. I can't actually believe that. And then it moves on to this, which is just a paper the label that was on the olives jar. I think it's made out of paper, so I might be able to just put it into my compost, but I'm not entirely sure, so I think I'm gonna have to just double check with that or look that up online, or if you guys know, please let me know in the section below. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think I might be able to. Otherwise, this, I would recycle it, but it's so small that I know that it just won't be recycled. It will just end up in the waste anyway. So either I'm going to keep it, or I'm just going to find a way to compost it myself or burn it or something. I'm not sure at the moment what is actually the most sustainable way, but yeah, that's the next thing. Okay, so the next thing are these tiny things, and this really is actually it. So I'll start with the stuff that I can actually reuse, which are these rubber bands. A little bit unfortunate, but I bought some spring onions because me and my friend were making gyoza this week. I went round to hers because she hasn't been feeling very well, and she had all the ingredients and most of it was unpackaged, but I had to buy some spring onions, and unfortunately I had these. But what I do like to use these for are to just braid my hair when I go to the gym, and I use them on the ends because if I use them on the ends then they're not going to break my hair, or I use them to put papers together or stuff like that. I never ever throw these away. I always keep them because I always find a use for them. But yeah, unfortunately I can't ever find spring onions without these on them, and I don't really know what to do. I usually just don't actually buy them very often, but yeah, I guess this is what I wasted this week. The next thing are stickers. And even though I have these two little apple stickers, I'm actually really happy that those are the only things that I wasted, because I bought 2 apples when I just finished at the gym and I went to go to the shop just to pick up those 2 jars to make the dinner. And I was so hungry because obviously I've just finished at the gym, and I was looking and scanning everywhere, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll just buy this in plastic, or maybe I'll just buy this in packaging, and because I'm so hungry. And I was just like, you're gonna have dinner soon, just get something to tide you over and get something that's unpackaged. So I ended up buying 2 apples. Usually I don't go to the supermarket to buy groceries. I usually, because I have an odd box, which are a really wonderful service in the UK that uses seasonal, local, surplus, wonky vegetables, and they avoid food from going to waste by intercepting it after the farmers have grown it. So usually I don't have to buy groceries, but I just went to buy those things, and I bought these apples, and I am just really proud that I just bought the apples and nothing else, and I ate those. But I do have these stickers, which are slightly annoying, but lots of people say that these are compostable, but just from feeling them I can already feel that they're plastic lined, so I definitely don't think that you can. But they are too small to be recycled. I mean, they're tiny, teeny tiny. So the next one was just a stupid mistake on my part, and that is a straw. And I mean, I can't remember the last time I used or wasted a straw, and it's really upsetting. I went, and because it was such a sunny day on Monday, like I could not believe how warm and sunny and delightful it was. So instead of having a normal coffee, I had an iced coffee, and I always forget, because I never really get iced coffees, that they come with a straw. So obviously I packed this up and I brought it home with me. Yeah, but it's a good thing like when these things happen, because it kind of reminds me what I should anticipate in some instances. Obviously you can't anticipate every instance, but like this is I always go to the same coffee shop in Peckham, Small White Elephant, because I know them and they're wonderful, and they have wonderful vegan options, and it's not as though I can't ask to have no straw. I just completely forgot because I didn't think that I needed to, because I never really get iced coffees. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that was a silly mistake, but I mean, what are you going to do? You're just going to learn from it for next time. The last one is a piece of foil. Unfortunately I don't have the can. I've recycled the can before I decided to make this video. Stupid. So the can, I guess, would be, well, I suppose it's from last week actually. This has just been hovering around my room. I got this piece of foil, which is kind of annoying, you know, on the top of those cans of drink. And usually I don't buy cans, but was I having a bad day? I think I was annoyed about something, and my sister very kindly bought me one of these, and yeah, this is what I've wasted. So all in all, I'm actually pretty proud and pretty happy with like the limited things that I wasted this week. And some of the main ways that I was able to not waste stuff is, namely, number one is now that I work from home because I'm doing freelance work, I make all my coffee at home, I make all my food at home, I rarely eat out. And when I was at work, there'd be certain things that I would be like, oh, just pop out to do this or get this, and always on my way home I would end up picking up extra things for dinner. But being like entering this freelance world has made me even more conscious about the money that I'm spending, and so I'm trying even harder to just make everything at home and make sure that I am preparing everything, really using all the food that's in my fridge and all the stuff that's in my cupboard. Like, I'm really tackling food waste at home at the moment as well. That doesn't include my compost scraps, because it's hard to decipher which is mine and which is my housemates. So I thought, but I mean, probably about this much of a bin, like a composting bin was about mine. I tried to reuse as much veggie scraps as possible. I tried to not peel as many things as possible, only things like onions and lemons that I really had to, you know, I couldn't eat. And obviously this doesn't include resources, like I've definitely obviously used electricity this week, and I've used some transport. I've also used water to have shower and brush my teeth and drink and stuff, but I have tried to walk as much as possible. So I've walked to the gym and back pretty much every single day, or I've used my bike. I've tried to limit the resources that I use, and yeah, I'm also trying to use my phone less and my computer less and stuff like that, and just have like a dedicated time during the day where I reply to things, reply to messages, reply to comments, upload things, or I'm editing stuff, or I'm working. So I am just trying my best to reduce all of those kind of things. But yeah, definitely making all my food at home, definitely making coffee at home or tea or whatever drinks that you use, walking a lot instead. And I haven't bought anything new this week at all. Obviously I'm doing this no spend challenge, but still it's like I haven't bought any new clothes, I haven't bought any new like electrical items that I might have needed or anything like that. And yeah, I'm actually quite happy with how this week has gone. I also did a huge like grocery shop in terms of bulk dry goods like 2 weeks ago or something, and that's still lasting me. And all of that stuff was from like Hetty, from the unpackaged shop, and I really focused in on the stuff that I thought that would last me, like pasta and rice and beans. So I've really simplified my diet quite a lot. But yeah, that's my update for the week. That's what I've wasted, and this is how I've tried to avoid waste. If you are thinking of doing like a kind of update of what you've wasted or any kind of trash diary stuff, please let me know. It would be really cool, especially if you know, went on Instagram and you took a photo of like everything you've wasted that week and kind of analysed it and talked about it and see what you could do better, what you actually have available to you, or even in the other way, just being like, this is how much I've wasted this week and this is pretty unacceptable that I don't have anything on offer that's better, because it's not your fault, it's the shops around you, and it's, you know, corporate responsibility. They really should be there helping you make better choices. It's not just up to us, it is up to everyone and every corporation, government, and I will keep going on about this. But yeah, I always would love to hear what you know or think in the comments, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe, and let me know if you like this idea about the trash diaries. I'm going to try and hope to do the trash diaries every Sunday to keep it kind of going along, and then Wednesdays will be other trashy things, and Friday's still going to be kind of if I can get round to making an extra video, but it's not going to be a certain one. And we're going to be starting our book club next week, so lots of exciting things to happen and to come. Anyway, if you liked it, give it a like and subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye.